Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out XDC's price chart and see what is going on. And as you can see, since the stock market and also Bitcoin went down, XDC also did the same. But I don't believe that right now, at least, we should be completely bearish. Because if you remember in the previous update, when we were around these areas, the idea was either we are going to have a move down and then, for example, from here, we're going to get a continuation of our uptrend, or maybe we are going to have a move down, but in this move we may take this low and then we are going to have a very strong bounce back. And as you can see, the second possibility happened. Now at the moment in XDC, I'm looking for either a very strong recovery starting from the current point, or maybe one more move down and then a very strong bounce back. Why is that? Ideally, I think in here we may have an ABC in form of a flat structure, which looks like this. This is our initial move down into a corrective movement for wave B, which in this phase we are going to get very close to this high and then another move down into our C leg. And in this move, if we are going to take the low of our A leg, we're not really going to go much more down than that and, for example, do something like this and then get a very strong move up. No, usually our C leg is going to end right around the low of our wave A. Now, for the subwaves, we must have ABC down into A, ABC into B, and then from here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into C, and also inside of this wave 5, 3, and 1, we need to have 5 waves down for the subwaves. Understood? Okay, now let's go on the live charts and see what is happening. And for now, please consider the scenario suggesting we may have one more move down and then a very strong comeback. What's the pattern going to be in this structure? Well, I'm thinking probably from this point, this might be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in form of a leading diagonal into A leg, and then correction for wave B, probably to about this point, another move down into our C leg. And although this move on the upside looks a lot like an impulse, I think right now we have to consider it as an A, B, C structure and what is happening from this point to around the recent price action. Let's zoom in more. Okay, so let's actually start counting from this point, because I think we may have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and then this might be another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And also when you go on some lower time frames, you can clearly identify a 5 wave down into this move and also this initial one off of this high about 7.5 cents. Now on a higher degree, I'm thinking we may have like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down, and let's change the colors to white. There we go. And this white 5 wave down might be into a larger degree wave 3 correction before another move down into wave 5. This is the idea of having maybe a corrective movement for 4 and then one more move down into wave 5, which on a higher degree, all of these are going to be the sub waves for an A, B, C in form of a flat structure. So for now, we can expect at least another move down in XDC's price chart, but after our move down, you need to see a very strong recovery phase. Okay, a slow and choppy move on the upside is not really going to do it for us, and at that point you are probably going to see me, maybe this is the beginning of a downtrend, maybe like a 1 correction for 2. And what's going to happen next, if this is in play, unfortunately we are going to get a big move down into wave 3 and 4 and 5. But for now, let's not talk about that kind of scenarios. Let's take everything step by step and see what is happening, and let's hope that in this last leg down we are not going to take this low about, let's say, 6.6 cents, because that is definitely not going to be an optimistic sign for us. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XDC. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.